registrations. Now, I'm getting calls about this probably on a daily, hourly basis. And workers, so, people who are employed will still need to register within New South Wales if they're leaving the Greater Sydney area or they're leaving or entering a local government area of concern for work purposes. Okay. All travel permits that were previously issued for 14 days, so they were 14-day travel permits, have been extended through to Thursday the 30th of September. So if the workers' travel details haven't changed. So if you're still going to the same places, in or outside of that, or outside of LGAs, or out more than 50 kilometres outside of Greater Sydney, then the travel permits will remain the same. Now, if the workers' travel details have changed, they will need to register again and obtain a new permit. So if you're adding new addresses, if you're going to a property or to whatever it is that you're doing outside of that LGA, if it's in one of the LGAs of concern or 50 k's out of Greater Sydney, then if where you're going to has changed or why you're going to somewhere has changed, then you'll need a new permit. Now, workers will still need to carry their registration and all of the supporting documents and substantiate why they're going outside of their LGA or outside of Greater Sydney if they're requested to do so, by the New South Wales Police, obviously. Travel registration is actually required when, as we said, more than 50 kilometres out. That includes authorised workers from LGAs of concern. Real estate is not an authorised worker. So, this is where you as an agent need to be asking questions of people who are coming to properties or wanting to inspect, doing a one-on-one inspection. Where are they coming from? If you are outside of Greater Sydney, then and somebody is travelling more than 50 kilometres, then telling them that they will need a travel permit, they will need, and a lot of agents are currently being asked, can you provide us with information or an email or a letter to say we're coming to see this property? Be very specific about what you are providing in that correspondence, whether it's an email or a letter on your letterhead or whatever it is. Be specific about this is the address of the property that you are coming to see. The appointment that I have with you is at this time. So you're being very specific about the time, the day, and the property. So don't be broad. You're coming to Bathurst because of X, to inspect property with our agency. No, get right into the address of the property and the date of the property. So, if you are questioned about this person coming through, this is what you had arranged, this is what they were coming for. So, obviously it's still, if somebody needs to undertake urgent maintenance, then they're, to a property outside of those areas, then they're doing that. And the thing is, always refer the questions that you're being asked back to the New South Wales Government website. All of the details are on there. Tell them to go through and get their travel permits. They need to go on there and fill them in and say why they're travelling. Now, if that doesn't give them a travel permit, then they're not coming. So you need to say you need to have a travel permit to come to us. These are for the guys outside of the Greater Sydney area. So tell your landlords, your potential purchasers, your potential tenants that they'll need to have that travel permit. And once they've got that, then you arrange your COVID safe plan about how you're going to show them property one-on-one. So just knowing that those permits now for workers have been extended up through to the 30th of September, but no change in terms of people still needing travel permits to come and see properties that are outside of that Greater Sydney area if they're travelling around those areas. So that's really important to remember that. So it's always giving us yet another reason for keeping up to date with all of our information.